Alright, man, we back. This video is gonna be, shout out to the mothers. Happy Mother's Day. And if you have any like mothers or anything that's, what I'm saying, for the people out there, for the guys and the girls out there, if you have any mothers that passed, my condolences. You know what I'm saying? Because what this is about also. Because I have a mother that passed back in, I think, 2018 I think it was 2018, right? So I got a little story time behind this too as well. It was hard for me to actually make this video because it's like, I'm not trying to get like too emotional about it, because like, at the end of the day, all I can say is shout out Mother Gaia, for bringing me into nature and for me grounding, and Mother Nature, it all works together, you know what I'm saying? And just thank God for everything that I have ever been through, and for all the, things that my mother has taught me, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of all the lies or any cover-ups or illusions or anything like that. I was actually going through levels of spiritual awakenings like throughout this process when my mother had passed back in 2018. I think I was like 22. I was 22. Yeah, I was 22 years old. So this is the story behind it, right? Let me go ahead and press record. And it's crazy how I can show y'all this story just through these images that I have there. As I said, if it doesn't click now, it's gonna click later. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to how my mind works and everything, like, okay, I'm gonna show y'all something. This is the story behind the situation, right? When it comes to my mom passing, I'm gonna tell you like how it all went. It was like a regular Wednesday, bro. It was like a regular Wednesday. I was going to go get a haircut, right? Excuse me. I was going to get a haircut. I was sitting in a barbershop chair just like that, right? I was sitting in a barbershop chair just right like that. And I had got a phone call. You know what I'm saying? I had got a phone call. And like while I was in the barbershop chair, my phone rang. I think it was my grandma, but it was my grandma's number, but my granddad was on the phone. Like, and then he just gave it to me straight like that. Almost like in a cold way, like he didn't care. Like he was just like boom boom whack. Like he just said it. And I was like sitting there, like just like this. I was sitting there. And then I was just like, oh, I was like, alright. You know what I'm saying? And it was almost like I had this gut feeling like something went right, you know what I'm saying? And I always knew I had to prepare myself for that moment, because I already knew that like my mom's always had like health problems in a way. Like she always went in and out of the hospital, you feel me? Like she was always in and out of the hospital, and I know what that's due to. That's due to like how, how like medicines and like pills and stuff have side effects, right? It's like it'll take care of one thing, but it'll mess up something else in your body. And then if you take this, it has a side effect, it'll mess something else up in your body. Now you gotta take something for that. And then you take that, then it'll mess up something else in your body. Then you gotta take something for that. It's like a never-ending cycle when it comes to that. That's how like hospitals make their money anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always believed in self-healing and learning how to heal myself. That's what got me on my spiritual journey in the first place, was seeing how messed up my mom's was. That's why I ain't never took pills in my whole life. I ain't never took no pills, not unless they're vitamins. I have never took no pills in my whole life. No psychedelics, no pills, no none of that. The closest thing I ever did was the tree. That was the closest thing I have ever did. You know what I'm saying? I even seen my mother drink before. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't the type of person that, I didn't like drinking, you know what I'm saying? So it was like just seeing the cycles of like how my mom's was, that's the reason why I ain't never did that. You know, I don't knock anybody that has to take that type of stuff or everything like that, But the thing is about that is they try to make you codependent on them and not have you learn about your own body. You know what I'm saying? They want you to go to them. You know what I'm saying? And give you something to like reduce the pain, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like you can't do that, but it's like it's best to like learn more about different things that actually already heal your body can heal itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's another story. That's another story for another day. Yeah, I was sitting in a barbershop chair just like this, and I was on the phone just like that whenever that happened, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like he gave it to me cold, like almost like he didn't care. And I know my mom's and my granddad, they did not have a good relationship for real. They didn't have a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a situation where it's almost like he didn't even give a, like, he didn't care for real. It was like, I was just like, dang, like, and then what had happened was like after that, after I got off the phone, I was just sitting in the chair, like basically in shock. Like I was in the chair, basically in shock, for real. Like everything was moving around me, like cars moving, everything. I had went to Tuscaloosa. I had went to Jordan's. That's where I was getting my hair cut around the time, Tuscaloosa and Jordan's. I think it was like right next to like a gas station and a liquor store. That's crazy, right? It was like I was just sitting in the chair. By the way, the barber don't know nothing. The barber don't know nothing. He just sitting there like cutting my hair. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there like just basically in shock, and also like trying to hold it together too, but also in shock too at the same time. And then I'm over here looking at my two homies, Tyreek and Justin. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at both of them, and I'm just like, when I tell them this is gonna be wild. That's the only thing I could like really was thinking. Like I was in a barbershop chair, and I was just like, so like it's kind of wild because even though I already healed past this, sometimes that thought comes up in my head every single time I sit in a barbershop chair. Like every single time I sit in a barbershop chair, bro, that thought will like cross my mind, but it's just like I don't let it like, it doesn't really fit into, because I already healed from it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it does come up and then it goes away. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like God already knows that I ain't got to worry about that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to actually, I'm just glad I'm here, and God put me here to actually talk about these things and tell these stories. You feel me? That's actually real life situations. So, and I was just like, bruh, like in my head I was just like, bruh, like, like bruh. You know what I'm saying? This where it hits at, right? Because when I think about it, it was like ain't nobody else. That's why I said be thankful for the mother that's in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because even though my mother wasn't around me at all the time, and she was like, I was at one place and she was in another. She lived in Birmingham. I stayed in Fayette. You know what I'm saying? I stayed in Fayette, Alabama. She lived in Birmingham, Alabama. But she always used to come back and forth and visit me and stuff like that, because she like had, you know, she worked and went to college, and it was a lot that she did. It's like a thing where no matter what the distance was between me and her, she always cared about what I did, like when it came to like my dreams. Like whatever I wanted to do, whatever I put my mind to, she actually supported it. More than anybody in my family, she was like literally the only one that supported my dreams for real. Like everybody else, like they didn't care. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't feel that love from them about my dreams like she did. Like she actually showed love. She knew I cared about she knew I was sensitive about my stuff, and she knew I cared about it. You know what I'm saying? She knew I actually wanted to do what I said I was doing, you know, regardless of anything. And she supported me for real, like really actually supported me, and not trying to like steer me into certain directions. Like, you know, before she passed, she kind of like tried to like steer me in certain directions, but she knew that she couldn't really do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew she couldn't do that. She knew like he gonna do what he wanna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew about that. So it's like, as I was going through like my spiritual awakening and everything like that, and that situation happening, like, this was the day, like, this was like the day of her funeral. Like, and you can tell if you go back and look at this video that I did, I look happy, right? I look happy. I look like, you know, ain't nothing tripping. I ain't tripping or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling. Everything was cool. Everything was cool. But like, at the same time, that's how I knew I had a lot of strength to even deal with the death of my mother. You feel me? Like, I was really like in that mode, like, you know what I'm saying? I was already doing reactions before this happened. I was already creating, doing skits, even rapping. Like, I was already like doing freestyles and everything on my Instagram and like just doing my thing. But it was like a thing when that happened, like, something made me want to just go harder at what I was doing. It just made me want to go harder. It pushed me even further because I already knew that she wanted to see me happy and she wanted to see me actually doing my thing out here. So it was like, when everything just comes to like a certain point and you know you don't care anymore, like, you're like, you really gonna do what you said you was gonna do? And that's like, I stand on that and I really mean that. And the power of God is like great, man. Like, when it comes to, and the like power of my ancestors, my angels, like everybody that's behind me on this, like, because the connection is real. So when I see what I see in front of my face, it's not a reason why I don't see it. I know why I see what I see. You feel me? And it's nothing nobody can tell me, for real. Like, this was like the same day that like that was my mother's funeral. And like, I think this video like dropped the same day or whatever. Like, it dropped the same day or something like that. I don't know. It was crazy, but I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? You can tell in my face that I was like trying to hold it in. You know what I'm saying? But I was just still trying to enjoy myself and keep that drive going. I had did this coffin video too, is because like, it's a lot of layers. It's a lot of different dimensions that I pick up on, where I knew something was off about my situation in my life though. Like, something's off. You know what I'm saying? About like everything about my life. I know it's off. It's something weird. You know what I'm saying? Or something that could like literally like kind of like hurt me a little bit. But it's cool though, because it's like, I ain't tripping. That's why the coffin video was there, because like, this was the same day that was my mom's funeral. You feel me? Like, that's why that's there. And this was like my mother's house. And I think, I forgot who graduation this was we went to. We was going to a graduation. Somebody's graduation. I don't know who graduation it was. I can't really think of it right now. But we was going to somebody's graduation or something like that. It was something going on. It was an event that we was going to. And another thing too, like, when it comes to like, when I say that my mother really supported me, she really loved Bernie Mac. She really loved Bernie Mac, right? And she always used to say this exact like thing. She used to say this, for real. This is what she used to say. She used to do the Bernie Mac thing. And this is exactly what she used to say now.
Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like you for being yourself, fuck them. What I'm trying to tell you, son, be yourself. People don't like how you be yourself, fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on them and crazy limits.
That's what she used to say, bro. She used to say that, bro. And it was like, it was real. It was real. Hey, Bernie Mac real. That's a real ass nigga. Like, come on now. Like, Bernie Mac, like, when she used to take certain messages from like certain movies and she used to like say certain things to me, you know, it was inspirational and motivational at the same time. So it was like a thing where I took that and I really like implemented it in my story. You feel me? That's a real life story. Okay. And then another thing too, like my mom, she the one that bought me my first camera, right? It was the first camera. It's a Panasonic. Sonic. Go back to my Omnitrix video, and then go back to the pull up hop out video that I did. That was at Sonic. Okay. You know what I'm saying? There's layers to this. There's real layers, and I can see the layers. So it's a thing where I'm just understanding that with this camera, she like half of these videos I did right here was all with that camera. All of these videos I did, these are old, 13 years ago, bro. All these videos I did on this channel, most of them videos was old. I was like either just graduated or I was still in high school. So on this channel, I have all these videos that I did when I was younger. You feel me? So it's like, it's a lot to it. It's a lot to it, and I thank God that my mother started me off on my journey with the camera. You feel me? And just having me actually just be myself and really do what I want to do. You know, no judgment. Yeah, there were times she didn't like certain things I did, but she still supported me. She didn't care. She still supported me at what I did. You feel me? She wasn't trying to get me to do some other, like, she really wanted me to be who I wanted to be. She wasn't trying to give me like other job applications and stuff like that, you know, trying to like downplay me. She never downplayed me, bro. That's one thing that my mother never did. She never downplayed nothing I ever did. And that's what some people really be trying to do, like, to me. They be trying to downplay like what I believe. And you can't really do that to a person like me, because I have a strong belief in myself, and I have a strong belief in God. You know what I'm saying? And I have a strong belief in what I see and what I pick up on. Nobody can really pull the wool over my eyes or give me some type of illusion, bro. Because I'm already knowing. Like, I'm already knowing. So it's like a thing where this really happened in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was my mother's house. Whenever that situation happened with me when she passed away, I was in a barbershop chair, literally. A phone call, you know what I'm saying? Coffin video. And this was like the same day I did a reaction video to this video right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this really all happened. Like, this all synced up for real. And it's on my channel. So, another thing too, this was hers. This right here, it has a house on it. It has a house on it, you know, a heart. And then it got a box right here. Hold on, let me turn it around. That shit, it said wow. But now it's his mom, you feel me? And then it's this right here. I don't really, women in the comment section, tell me what this is right here. I don't know what that is. But this was her bracelet that she had, that she used to wear. She that used to have it as a keychain, or she wore it around her wrist. So this is like the only thing I have left from hers, besides like some Air Forces that I had got from her. Other than that, like, this is what I have that's left. So yeah. Cause I thought I was gonna start tearing up, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I thought I was gonna start tearing up, because I already know this is so much behind all this that it's just like, I'm just letting it all go. I ain't finna let none of this burden me. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep it moving. We just gonna keep it pushing, cause that's all I know. That's bro. Like, at this point, like, I done had too many like things happen to me that it's so questionable. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything. And the only thing I can say is it's forever Wahey Gang, and it's always gonna be Wahey Gang, and I'm never gonna stop. I'm never like gonna stop, bro. You know what I'm saying? I might take a break, but I will never stop, bro, because I believe in myself. Like, the last text message I had got from my mother was, she said, "You gonna change the world." That was the last text message I seen from my mother before she had passed away. And I honestly believe that. I'm gonna stay the course. You feel me? Regardless of what it looks like, I'ma stay the course and I'ma be myself. And I want y'all to be yourself and I want y'all to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? And lift me up. You feel me? Lift up others. Give game. You know, show y'all my talents and my creativity. And also just showing you how the divine works in alignment. You feel me? That's really what it is. That's really what this is about. And at this point, like, I don't even care about the lies, bro. I don't care. I don't even care. Anybody that's ever said anything about me, and nobody has ever questioned me about anything, you know what I'm saying? People trying to take credit for what I have done, trying to ride my coattails. There's only 2 people. First of all, this is what I'm gonna say too. I'm gonna say shout out to anybody that has ever hold the camera, bro. Anybody that has ever held the camera for me while I did my thing, much love to you though. You know what I'm saying? Much love. You feel me? But when it comes to me actually having to do all of this on my own and really putting this together, don't think that I need you all because you think I can't do it alone. I can do it alone. I can do it with a group. It doesn't really matter. You feel me? But this is like personal almost. This is almost like personal. You feel me? Because there's a lot more behind it. And I ain't really got time for anybody trying to come for my life and trying to dictate where I'm supposed to go. I'm just tired of people trying to play God in my life and trying to like dictate the narrative, or try to paint a narrative about me, or try to like say I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not that. I already told you I am who I am, and I don't need no misunderstandings again. It's so crazy because people will literally like try to play in your face, for real. Try to play in your face. Whoever really knows me knows I don't even be trying to cause no confrontation with nobody. But people want to subliminally try to come for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm done with that, bro. I'm letting it all go, bro. And I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. We gonna keep doing our thing. And hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna keep my cool. But you know, when I step in that shadow side, how I need to step in that shadow side, you already know what it is. Wee! Out. Love y'all.